in the Bible, in the Old Testament, you see a lot of slavery, and you see that there are laws regarding slavery. So sometimes people almost find this appalling that God would actually allow that. What is very interesting to see is, why is there slavery in the Old Testament? If you go through the laws, and we don't have time right now to open the Bible and go through Deuteronomy and Leviticus, we see that basically slavery is used by the God of Israel in order to protect the ones who are vulnerable, to protect the poor and the marginalized. Actually, in the Hebrew culture, the slave's life is just as important as the life of the master, because all human beings are made in the image and in the likeness of God. Therefore, the master cannot hurt the slave. Every 7 years, there's a release of the slaves, and also they can work towards regaining their freedom as well. And if you compare the laws of Israel when it comes to slavery with other Near Eastern populations, then you're going to see that their laws were more strict on the master, and the slave is not just mere property. These are people who for some reason ended up being poor, or they got into a situation, and through this system, God is actually protecting them and giving them a chance to start over. Now, in the New Testament, Paul addresses slavery, and he basically talks about how there is no longer a master and a slave. There is no longer Hebrew or Greek. There is equality for everyone. We are all equally precious in the eyes of God. And also, just looking historically, the church has abolished slavery twice so far. First, the church, the early church, went and took care of all these people, and basically, slavery was not abolished through laws, but it became irrelevant because of the fellowship that was promoted and the communion of believers. And then also, we know that we have heroes like William Wilberforce. Because of his values, he ended up abolishing slavery through legislative measures. So I really believe that as a church, we are called to do that again, and I believe that we are able to do it. If we have God on our side, then that's definitely something that we can accomplish.